I am late to my own party, and I'm very, 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 very sorry about that. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to a live reactions here, Puma Silver podcast by Mzansi Unfiltered. Let me know in the comment section if you hear me. And yes, Mrs. R, I was doing the 1, 2 testing. 1, 2. Are we ready? Drop a 1 in the comment section if you hear me loud and clear so that I can go ahead and get this show started. Anybody there? Let me know if you hear me. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we are good to go. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. We see it clear as mud. Then it's not clear. No? Then you're not hearing me clearly. Hi, hi, hi. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to my live stream. We are streaming live. Okay, we hear you. Okay, okay. I see. Oh my God, look at that. The numbers jumping always just gets to me. I'm sorry, I'm late. Okay, I'm late to the party. It is my fault. I was trying to find the location. Okay, I'm a perfectionist. Hello, new member Pumzile Siwana. Welcome to membership. I hope you enjoy it here. You know, over here we have the special emojis. Okay, the defense team, and I think I'm going to add Miss Fia Foko. Okay, I think I'm gonna add her. So let me know in the comment section, team members, if you guys want her or who you want me to add, because I can add one more person right now. Because YouTube just lets me do it. Okay, I can't do them all at the same time. But yeah, those are some of the membership privileges. Shout out to all the channel members, one and all. I love you all. So if you're there in the comment section and saying to yourself, wait a minute. What is going on? Why can I not type in the comment section? Let me tell you for free. Comment section is reserved strictly for channel subscribers, and you already know we hit 42,000 subscribers. Just because I didn't highlight it doesn't mean it didn't happen. So yeah, we hit 62. What am I saying? We hit 42,000 subscribers, and oh my God, what a milestone! Thank you so much. I wouldn't be here without each and every one of you. Mrs. Aisha, hello, hello. Nogumonga says, good evening, family. I haven't joined live for a very long time. So Gumnandi Ugubalana, I haven't been live. I only was live with Noni. I think it was Friday. Hector is here. Isaac is in the building. Dan, the digression comedy. I love it. I love it for us. Yes, yes. And that's what we're doing. You see, I'm doing a long intro, Nyana. People can get upset at me and say, this is not why they're here. They're here to hear what is it you have to say about Daddy Chicco Twala. Oh, yes. He came to this YouTube street, okay? And he came to my colleague, okay? David. I've never actually watched anything from his channel, full discretion. So this is going to be my first live unfiltered reaction. I will confess I did watch Chicco Twala. Let me just open it up here on my. Okay, I did watch it. I did. I'm not going to say I didn't. I did, and it is 1 hour 43 minutes long. And I said to myself, that's a long time. So let me not watch it alone and then digress alone. Let me hit that live button and we do it together. So I was late joining because I was trying to rewind to the part where he starts to talk, the part that has gathered the nation about Chicco Twala. So let's get started. Let me see if I can play our intro song. No, because my headphones keep picking it up. But this is what I want to say. I want to start off by saying, oh yes, I can play intro here. 1 second. I have I need to use so many devices just to get this show going, okay? I'm trying to be a production, over there, if I'm going to talk about King David Studios, let me also show up, okay? Let me also show up. So, No. Do you guys hear the music? Are you guys hearing the music? 'Cause I think it's only coming to me. Drop it too in the comment section and let me know if you're hearing the music. But let me take off Bluetooth. Maybe you guys can hear it. No? Nope, nope. Can you guys hear the music? I hear the music. But can you hear the music? You can hear the music. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so let me get started. So I want to start this live stream by saying shout out to all the channel members, shout out to everybody who is subscribed, shout out to every parent who is dealing with the challenges of a child facing addiction. So I don't make light of that fact. So I want to make sure that everything and every commentary I give, that you understand that it is not targeted to anyone specifically. It is exclusively for Chicco Twala and Chicco Twala's family with regards to Longwe Twala. Okay? So with that disclaimer out of the way, as I understand Chicco Twala, I understand where he's coming from. You have to understand, and let me give Chicco Twala his flowers. Chicco Twala is the rags to riches story. Okay, he did that for himself. He talked about it earlier in this interview, and I'm going to play it for us. No, I'm not going to play that part. I don't want to drag this out long, but you can tell that he's very proud. Yes, we are back. He's a very proud father. Unfortunately, life has dealt him very, very challenging cards. For example, he might have risen to fame and then also put his child in that scenario, right? And then also put his child. So by putting his child in it, what that did is maybe it was too early for Chicco Twala. Okay, maybe it was too early. That was back in the 80s. There was no career guidance. There was no how to handle having all this money, all this access to money. So what did Chicco Twala do with the money? He is clear. He used the money from his father's accumulated, I'm going to say wealth. I don't know what Chicco Twala's net worth is. If you know, drop it in the comment section down below. But that wealth gave him access, okay? It's not only wealth in terms of dollar signs, but wealth in terms of access to politicians, okay? He said it himself. He has access to politicians. Access to politicians, I guess access to this and that event, invitations to here and there, and then all of a sudden things start coming out, okay? You're now being introduced to this substance, that substance, and then now you're trying to manage your environment. I don't know. I haven't been in their situation, but first of all, I want to say to Chicco Twala, I understand where you're coming from as a father, and I understand. I can empathize with you in terms of what are my children doing and why are my children stealing from me? Why are my children stealing from me? And now he's acting out. So I like to watch body language whenever anyone talks. Yes, yes, yes. Ghost Lady is out there watching body language, and that always tells an additional story. So that's our intro. Let's jump into it. Let's listen to Chicco Twala.
Someone is struggling, next door, no honoken or in kukupa letswai, ne kupa tamate, little rot. We used to be there for one another. Yeah. Things are different now. You can't do that now.
You can't. No, they'll think you're there's a camera at the gate.
Exactly.
Like I saw when you were coming in, I saw you at the gate.
Yeah.
Things have changed so much.
Things have changed, but I think apartheid we so united, because apartheid, I mean, we all know the atrocities of apartheid. Yeah. We black people, struggled a lot during apartheid, and it was difficult for our relatives coming from Petersburg, wherever, to come and visit us, go Soweto, and
they needed a special
permits and all those things. So I think those things are the ones that actually made us to be so united.
Yeah. But we lost it.
We lost it. It's all gone. It's no longer
sure.
There. The love is no more there.
And is it something that can be regained? Because Ubuntu that we speak of.
Look, it can, if we can, I think, but the difficulty now, is social media. Social media has created so many, I see a lot of evil in social media. There are people in social media who will insult other people that they don't even know, calling them names, and those people, they don't know your character. They don't know. I think it will be very difficult because times are different. I doubt if Butu would be back. Not now.
Yeah, the way you describe it, social media is they insult you completely and finish you.
Yes.
Yet they've never even had a single word with you.
Exactly. So that's the problem that we're having now.
Have you experienced it?
Okay, so we hear them. That's the intro. Okay, and this disclaimer before the storm, because the storm is coming. Okay, we've got to put it out there. We got to put a little bit of love, Nyana. Okay, because guys, Chicco Twala is the original influencer. Okay, he is influencer of note. Okay, influencer of the 80s, before we had smartphones. Okay, before we had anything. And here they talk about social media, the evils of social media. And for me, I'm disappointed they don't talk about the good of social media. Social media, first of all, is loud and clear, has made everybody accessible. I mean, where are you streaming from right now, Chicco Twala? You are on a social media platform giving your views about social media. Isn't that ironic? But I would say that I would have loved for him to talk about the good and the bad of social media, because he has, of course, benefited from social media. Myself, as a content creator, whenever I talk about Chicco Twala in the shorts, I will add, okay, I will add Chicco Twala music or sound to my shorts, and I do that so that he gets royalties on it. If he didn't want the royalties, he would turn off that option. He hasn't turned off that option. To date, I can still select his music, and it can lace on my video. He makes money, I make money, we're both happy. So he needs to also talk about the good of social media, not just the bad. However, one thing I know about social media and the news is that what? Social media can either make you or break you. Then the question comes, why are you always up and ready to say something? Why are you always ready to comment on anything and everything that happens in the Senzo Meyiwa case that you are so closely linked to? Why have you not exercised your right to say no comment? I mean, we saw accused number 5, okay? Accused number 5 over there in the dock say, when he was confronted, did you make any gun kind of signals towards, what's his name? Constable Zungu? And he said, I don't know what everybody's talking about. I don't remember. One thing about Chicco Twala, he will answer the question, he will give the interview, and he will go live on camera with a cap on. What is under the cap, sir? What is under the cap? I'm not fighting. I'm not choosing violence. It's just something that stands out to me, and that the cap has to go. It's about time you let the cap go. Let us see what it is underneath the cap, and let us get accustomed to it. Because what are you going to do in Judge Uracha's courtroom? No caps allowed in there, sir. Okay? You are going to have to decap. You're going to have to take it off. That cap must go. So it's time you practice not having a cap. You can wear a cap here and there, but every time we see you, every time. But anyway, so for me, I was disappointed in terms of him speaking only of the bad of social media, but he doesn't talk about how he has benefited from it, because he has 100% benefited from social media. Social media is just a platform now, but before, he is the original influencer, like I always like to say, and I give credit where it is due. He did the influencing in the 80s, okay? We all listened to his songs. All those songs played at the wedding. His music was influential, okay? So let's continue to listen on to what else he has to say about people on the social media streets. And I forgot, I wanted to mention as well, social media right now has caused the reason why the Department of Home Affairs suddenly knows their way to restaurants. The Department of Home Affairs suddenly knows how to check people's employment status, legal status within Umzansi, all because of Umbali. No, not Umbali. Mihlali, all because of Mihlali. Shout out to Mihlali. I'll link her channel in the comment section. Please make sure you support her because she did the things, okay? She did the things. And then EFF came. She posted one video as that blew up. Obviously caught the attention of EFF, Julius Malema and his bandits, no, and his colleagues, and they brought in Department of Home Affairs, and things are happening right now in the restaurant industry. And is it for the good or for the bad? We'll talk about that on my other channel. Okay, make sure you subscribe to GNU Unfiltered. But that's one of the effects of social media. 92 people in the house. Have you liked this video? Okay, as we talk about bedtime stories, did you pour yourself a drink? We are going to be here a while. Full disclaimer. Okay, let's get back to Chicco Twala over there on my colleague's channel. You see what social media does, Chicco Twala? It has put me on an equal playing field with King David Studio, who has over... Wait, how many subscribers does he have? 219,000 subscribers. So social media allows me to go and play his video on my channel and then react to it. And then we talk about it over here. So social media has made it possible to talk about current issues. That is a positive. And I think, Chicco, you can also appreciate that. But let's get back into it.
I'm always... I've seen so many about me. I mean, a guy from somewhere, KZN, just giving me this character that I don't even know,
What do they say?
And then the other person will say things like, Senzo,
they bring you in that story.
They'll bring in all these things that you don't even, things that,
sure,
so there's so many things that people say about you. And they will give the next person whom they are actually following on social media.
They like.
The impression would know as if they know this person. That one said, "Hey, namnyazi, and then the insults and all those things, But these people, they don't know you. They don't know what kind of a person you are. They don't know. They just give you that monstrous character.
Yeah,
you're a monster. You're a mafia, you're a drug lord, you're a what? There's so many names that they give you. That's what we live in that society now.
There's someone I read somewhere, someone that says about social media and that kind of commentary. If you insult me and you don't know, rather you don't have my numbers. And if you don't have my numbers, it doesn't bother me because it's clear. Or I don't have your numbers. It's clear that you don't know me. So those type of insults will never affect you.
Yeah.
Do they affect you at all?
To be honest with you, nothing affects me. Even the Senzo Meyiwa thing does not affect me at all. Because I know my character.
Sir, you are a liar. Okay, Chicco Twala, you are a liar. Why are you lying to the people on the YouTube app? Why are you lying? Why are you saying it does not affect you? King David asked you a simple question, okay? All he said was, are you affected? And you jumped straight into the deep end and said, even on the sense of me. Wow. Secondly, again, when Ngomezulu mentioned you and your son in a court of law, where did you go? You jumped straight to interviews and called Ngomezulu what? Incompetent. Who asked you to descend and give an opinion on that? You could have waited for your day in court. You could have been silent. You could have waited for your day in court. You must defend yourself in a court of law. But what did you do? You said, I'm running to the media because I am Chicco Twala, LONGWE Twala's daddy, okay? And I have the media's number on speed dial. When I call, the cameras start rolling and the mic is set and I will run my mouth. The problem with that is you can't retract your statement. And then now you want to sit on King David Studio podcast and say, I am not affected? How is that possible? But you know what? I digress. Let's listen on. Oh no, I went too far back. I went too far forward. This is
Insult me and you don't know,
There we go.
rather you don't have my numbers. And if you don't have my numbers, it doesn't bother me because it's clear, or I don't have your numbers, it's clear that you don't know me. So those type of insult will never affect you.
Never affect you.
Do they affect you at all?
To be honest with you, nothing affects me. Even the Senzo Meyiwa thing does not affect me at all. Because I know my character. I don't care what people are saying about me.
Come on
some
now.
people say it was my gun that shot Senzo.
Let's talk about that
and
guy.
then it's still there. It's still there. The ignorance of our people about the Senzo Meyiwa matter is that, I was part of it, And I mean, my son was there. Why don't you exclude me and focus on my son?
Do you feel they focus more on you than on the person that was actually
They focus on me more. And I was in there.
But maybe you are carrying the burden of being a famous Chicco Twala.
That is the problem. That's why I said, being famous, that's the price that you pay.
Yeah.
Because people will attack you. Your enemies will attack you for no apparent reason. Live in that society now.
There's someone, I read somewhere, someone that says about social media and that kind of commentary. Jorge, if you insult me and you don't know, rather you don't have my numbers. And if you don't have my numbers, it doesn't bother me because it's clear. Or I don't have your numbers. It's clear that you don't know me. So those type of insults will never affect.
Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Let me do that reaction one more time because it was brilliant. I'm going to take it back to where Chicco says blah, blah, blah. There we go.
You're a mafia. You're a drug lord.
No, you're
a what?
Okay.
These things that you don't even, things that,
sure,
so there's so many things that people say about you and they will give the next person whom they are actually following on social media.
They lie.
The impression would know as if they know this person. That one said, "Hey, namnyazi, and then the insults and all those things, But these people, they don't know you. They don't know what kind of a person you are. They don't know. They just give you that monstrous character.
Yeah,
you're a monster. You're a mafia. You're a drug lord. You're a what? There's so many names that they give you. That's what we live in that society now.
There's someone I read somewhere, someone that says about social media and that kind of commentary. Jorge, if you insult me and you don't know, rather you don't have my numbers. And if you don't have my numbers, it doesn't bother me because it's clear. Or I don't have your numbers. It's clear that you don't know me. So those type of insult will never affect you.
Never affect you.
Do they affect you at all?
To be honest with you, nothing affects me. Even the Senzo Meyiwa thing does not affect me at all.
Lying.
I know my character. I don't care what people are saying about me. Some people say it was my gun that shot Senzo. And then it's still there. It's still there. The ignorance of our people about the Senzo Meyiwa matter is that, I was part of it, And my son was there. Why don't you exclude me and focus on my son?
Do you feel they focus more on you than on the person that was actually
They focus
there?
on...
So hold on. You see, I don't mind when someone reacts to negativity in the comment section. I mean, I get it too in my comment section. That's why you cannot comment here today if you are not subscribed to Mzansi Unfiltered, okay? But the reason I do that is so that because this is live, so I want to make sure that it's our close family over here in the comment section, and the others, they can wait for their regular programming, and they can do the hate and every other comment in my regular videos. I don't mind that. But it's when someone types a comment and now they're being so personal. Why is Chicco Twala calling us ignorant? You could have responded to the question without trying to insult us, but then now that you have called us to attention, we too shall also take the gloves off. Okay? So people are so ignorant, says Chicco Twala, about the Senzo Meyiwa case. He is very knowledgeable. He knows everything, okay? He knows the ins and outs. You already know he got that first phone call from KHUMALO. Now, why are you in it? You're in it because you got the phone call. And it's never been clear that Nganegwane of why you. Why not call the ambulance? Why not call the South African Police Services? Why you? Why did KHUMALO call you? Just give us that answer, and we will let it go. Because you'll have finally given us an official answer, because to date, it has not yet been clear why you were called. Because, hello, Longwe Twala wasn't even in the room. Remember? Longwe Twala ran away. No, he left to go find help. And then he went with his cell phone. But then he left his cell phone. Do you see why we are confused as members of the jury on social media? We're so confused. But let's listen on. Okay? Your son was in the room, and then, what happened?
On me more. And I was in there.
But maybe you are carrying the burden of being a famous Chicco.
That is the problem. That's why I said, being famous, that's the price that you pay.
Yeah.
Because people will attack you. Your enemies will attack you for no apparent reason. If you go to an extent of making one person can make on social media can make everyone, like millions, thousands and thousands of people, to just hate you.
Believe something.
Believe in what this person is saying. And it's look, to be honest with you, I am not bothered by what people say.
Yeah.
And for me, I always said, if Jesus Christ was crucified for being nice, who am I? Who am I?
For feeding millions.
You understand?
For making the blind see.
Yes, I mean,
not Jesus Christ
there
on the
will be those
Sunday.
kind of people who always just attack you for no reason, insult you, say whatever they want. I think they actually find some kind of happiness. I think they find some kind of joy by doing that. There are people who are like that, because I cannot just attack you. Why should I do that?
Sure.
I don't know your character. I don't know, but they'll attack. That's why you'll always find those people who work alongside the devil.
I get influenced once in a while by Meg G. I'm going to ask this. This is a Meg G question, not me. Who killed Senzo Meyiwa?
There we go.
It can be the people in the house.
So I mentioned to you guys earlier that, first of all, Chicco Twala, how dare you say the devil? What? This is, again, why can you not respond without insulting people? Let me go to the comment section for a second before we get into the Meg G question. And here we go. So many comments. Oh, no. Okay, let me see where we are. You can hear the music. Excellent. Oh, no. Wait. Ubaba Kamntwana says he is well connected. I know that's right. And I agree with him. He definitely is well connected, and we're happy for him, okay? We're happy for those connections. What I would have loved to see was for him to use those connections, in better places. He's definitely well connected. That's why he can take his son in and out of the magistrate court. He can have the media only point the camera only at the judge. We don't care about the judge. We want to see Longwe Twala, okay? Why is this the only case where we don't see the accused? Why? Because you are well connected. You can go ahead and issue a video. Chicco Twala, we know you're going to do a video response. You can go ahead and issue a video response and explain to us that since you are so well connected, why was your son not shown in those clips on, is it SABC or whichever channel was there? Why was your son not shown? I'm just curious. Why was he in hiding? We know who he is. He's your son. You talk about him every chance you get. You tell us the substances that he uses. Those substances are part of his bail arrangement. Why didn't you pick up the boy from the courthouse, though? He had to catch an Uber home. But you know what? I digress. Let's get back in this comment. Next comment says, hi there, Ningenile Parati, we're inside. That's right. Dan, hello, hello, hello. Free speech is equal to evil. Can you handle the nerve of Mr. Cap? How can you say that about us? Good evening, good evening, good evening to all. Make sure you drop in the comment section where you're joining me from, because this is a special edition, okay? Bedtime stories by Mzansi Unfiltered, because you guys keep telling me you want to hear from me before you go to bed. So I said, why not? Let's do this live reaction. Chicco brought up Senzo first. 100%. We clocked you. You see, that's the power of social media. We can rewind, play again, and then what you going to do, Chicco Twala? Since you like to talk, we're going to talk. When you talk, we talk. Your move. What's next? Next comment says, why bring Senzo Meyiwa? You know what? The interview was going well. For those who didn't watch the full interview, he starts off by talking about his childhood. His mother and father were divorced. He had to grow up with his grandmother, and he doesn't know the reason why his father. And then he talks about men, and men will always be men. Okay, Chicco Twala. Where? Okay, and then bada boom, and then Senzo Meyiwa trial. Who brought up Senzo Meyiwa? But you know what? Jabulile says, hey Nani, and Nani is not in the building, but if she comes through, I will definitely beam her up, okay? I will definitely beam her up, and I'll do like a interactive session at the end. You guys can join, so make sure you stay to the end. Hi, is it Jose? I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. I recognize your picture from my comment section. Hello. The comment says, what? Chicco spoke deliberately about Senzo. Hallelujah. Amen. You can see the sense of guilt in his tone. It is disgusting. Yes, we will talk about that. You know what? I'm going to put a pin on this. We're going to talk about his tone, everything. Your legend with who? Senzo Meyiwa, as his profile picture says, he's being haunted, but whatever, and it's clear. Next, it goes, comment says, he is always desperate and defensive. 100%. Always. I was muted, guys. Yes. Next comment says, being famous now. Chicco has been famous since the 80s. 100%. Yes, he has. He was never this rattled about something said about him in the media. There was no social media. He had no access to respond. Remember back in the day, they had to pull out those big, huge cameras. It wasn't that easy, and he of all people should know. But guess what? Everybody now has a what? Smartphone. Okay, smartphone, internet access. Boom, okay. We don't even need to come beg you to be at your studio to use your mic that LONGWE stole and sold. Okay, we can do it from wherever and at any time. Just give us the internet, Chicco Twala. You will see. You will see what happens next. Next comment says, use keyboard, my love. Bad on forwarding it. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Normally, I'm watching on I'm streaming live from my desktop, which is my laptop, which is Windows. I only use Windows for streaming because it's better. Long story short, normally I'm on my MacBook here, and I just have to press, and it says 10 seconds. So that's all I do. Just one click, and things are moving. Here on the Windows, it's not moving. Okay, I don't know how to do it with the keyboard. But thank you for that. Thank you for teaching me something. I don't know how to do it though, and I don't want to try it on live because I don't want to lose my section. But I'll try it out, and then next time we'll do it better. Okay? Thank you for that. No sound. What's going on? I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Next comment says, we focus on him because he's talking too much as if he knows too much about the case. Amen. We focus on you because we're waiting. Okay, we're waiting for you to give us the news, and you always come through with the breaking news. Okay. Ooh, Lydia says, you lying. I want to find a substitute word because I cannot say that word aloud on this platform because YouTube will kick me out and say, no, not today. Okay, not today. We don't do that here. Next comment says, very defensive indeed. Why in the world would he befriend Senzo's mother? Again, I'm going to talk about that. I have issues with that. Listen, if somebody murdered my son, if somebody murdered my brother, and then they have access to my mother, could never be me. Could never be me. Because what? What do you mean you're talking to my mother? What have you done for my family? Why are you talking to my mother? You are the very person who said you were not there. You were not in the room. So why are you talking to my mother? Why are you talking to Senzo's mother, Chicco Twala? That's a question I would have asked. I feel that the interview was very coasty. Okay, it was very safe. But it does say it's part 1 of 3. Maybe he gets raw and dirty. I feel he was just asking the safe questions, the surface questions, the questions of, you know what, I want to be friends with you. I want to be cool with you, Chicco Twala, because I know you're a raging lunatic sometimes on the internet. So I want to keep things safe. No, I think the interviewer kind of wasted an opportunity. That was the time for him to get all the answers that we need. And he speaks about McG. Why does McG get, what is it, 1 million views in a day? Right now, I think his last upload is at 800,000 views. Why? Because they speak the unfiltered truth. Okay, McG, I can also come on the podcast. Let me know, okay? Because Soul already retweeted my tweet. I'm there. I'm inside. I'm Pagati. Shout out to the chillers. Let me see. What else? Kilibongile says, where should I read? Okay, let me read on this side. We will know the truth. Relax. Relax, okay? Relax. There's no way I can read Botswana, but you already know there it is. I have beamed it, okay? I know I will disappoint my grandmother that I cannot read. I'm sorry. Why is he talking to MEYIWA? What is he guilty of? You know, that guilty conscience, it will have you calling Senzo's mom over there in the KZN randomly. But we'll get into that. I want to talk about Senzo's mom. That's part of today. He goes on and he talks about, there we go, Jabulile says, he said they took his gun because LONGWE was a suspect. I can see now, no intruder. There we go. He said they took his gun because LONGWE was a suspect. And I can see now, no intruders came to the plaza. Exactly, Chicco Twala, thank you. We appreciate your service to that community, okay? Thank you for that confession. Next comment says, KHUMALO called him and Tumelo called the MEYIWA family. That's right. None of them called where they should have been calling to save a life. I think that should have been priority number 1. Unless Chicco Twala is some kind of surgeon that we don't know about. Chicco is trying to gain sympathy from people not watching the trial. It's not working, okay? It is not working. I do not sympathize with you, okay? Next comment says, if he's not bothered by what people say, amen, he must stay away from the media. Exactly. He must just live his life, work with his son, try to get his son off the white substances that are unmentioned. No one mentioned him, and he descended into the arena when a Boyza was mentioned in court. Amen. Nobody mentioned him. How come LONGWE doesn't descend into the arena and respond for himself? Somebody tell me why. Next comment says, people attack what is presented to them. Exactly. Amen. If he never did a single interview for the next year, we won't talk about him, myself included. If you notice, I avoided talking about Longway when he was arrested because it wasn't make sure what was going on there. It wasn't clear because why is it not streaming? Why are they not showing him to us? So let me scroll past, and let's get into the Mac G question. Isaac says, he still has not cleared to us. Why did Kelly call? Exactly, that's my question. Okay. Now let's get back into it. Here we go.
Because they were there. It can be those people in court. It can be anybody. Those people will know, not anyone outside social media.
That's true.
Not
including you.
Including me.
So my question to you is, who killed Senzo Meyiwa? Your direct answer is you don't know.
I don't know. How would I know? Because I was not there.
Yeah.
My son will know who killed Senzo. Says KHUMALO will know who killed Senzo. All the people who were in the house, they will know who will kill Senzo. It's not any of us. Hence, it's important for us to actually stop now making comments that, affect other people who are not part of the whole scenario. For instance, if, like I've actually seen some podcasts, people describing how it happened and all that.
Yes.
And then, as if they were there. You were not there. The people.
We don't describe it as if we were there. We describe it the way it is said in court. I'm not sure if you are clear on the concept. We listen to the court case, okay? Like Judge Russell likes to say, I listen, okay? We listen. We listen to the witnesses, okay? Right now, we've got the ballistics experts and Dondonis all over the place, making no sense whatsoever. Mangena said he had your firearm, he tested it, he didn't know it was yours, even though that sealed evidence bag had your firearm, your registration. But hey, Mangena said he never looked at it. He was minding his business about that as he was testing your gun. And conveniently, yes, I'm using that word very loosely. Conveniently, your gun was found to be not the one. It was not a match. It was conveniently not a match. How was it not a match? How did you get to the part that it wasn't a match, and why did you give it back? And did you then put the results in IBET? You see what happens with social media? I've been watching the case, and I now know more about ballistics, microscopic, and Doni than I ever signed up for. But here we are. Your firearm was tested. It was found negative. It's not crystal clear for me because of what Mangena said. Don't blame me. Blame Mangena for not explaining it well. To ask members of the jury why he never looked at your gun license. Why didn't he look at your gun license? Why? Why was it a big secret? But you know what? And then, David, I'm going to need you to do better with the question. How are you the one asking who killed Senzo Meyiwa, and then you answer yourself? So what is the point? You might as well be a storyteller at this point. What is the point of you asking it? That was a crucial question. Who killed Senzo Meyiwa? Chicco Twala doesn't answer, you decide you want to do a summary. It's reminding me of Judge Rata descending into the arena, jumping in to answer a question before a witness answers, and then the witness, of course, adjusts their answer. But he does say, Chicco Twala does say what? What? What does Chicco say? Chicco says, Longwe Twala knows who killed Senzo Meyiwa. Might as well have dropped the mic there, closed the show, ended it right there. We don't need to know anything else. And this is where people like myself, storytellers, we take that little sentence and we run with it. I didn't say it. I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm not trying to build a hate committee, but you said it with your own mouth. You said Longwe Twala knows who killed Senzo Meyiwa. Did you forget Longwe Twala had run out? When Longwe Twala ran out, Senzo Meyiwa was alive. According to Longwe Twala's story. So how do you know that Longwe Twala knows who killed Senzo Meyiwa? Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about that. Woo! Dan says, family, let's not fail to mention how many people try to implicate Mandisa on the stand or in interviews in an effort to distract this case. Let that woman have her peace, because Kelly Khumalo disrupted her peace until her husband died. Okay? Next comment says, why are they giving the platform? Wait. Why are they I don't understand this comment. Let me try one more time. To read this comment. Why are they give the platform and afraid to ask the real questions because they know the truth, afraid of him? Okay. Question is, why are they giving him a platform? Okay. Just bring him here. Just Chicco Twala, come to Mzansi Unfiltered. I promise to ask you relevant questions. I promise to ask you questions that you love to talk about when nobody has asked you a single question. I promise to give you the platform that you so seek. Okay, I promise. And if you want, if you insist, I will turn off monetization on the video just so we can get the real answers. But you know what? There we go. David played hardball for 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm disappointed in David. Like I said, I've never watched any of his videos. I am, though, in the process of watching the one he did with Sofindaba. Okay, because I checked out what other videos he's done. That's an interesting one for me. But other than that, I've never been on his channel. This is the first time, so shout out to David. However, I wish he had used his platform and access to Chicco Twala to enlighten the rest of us so that Chicco Twala gets his piece. No? I think that's a fair deal. Next comment says, as Chicco was LONGWE. Exactly. Okay. What was in his foot? Chicco Twala left the crime scene with an exhibit. We want that exhibit back. And Gomez Zulu looks like he's got it. Something about it. We'll wait for Gomez Zulu on that one. Next comment says, the state made a huge blunder by allegedly examining Chicco's gun. Yeah. Why were you examining his gun? By testing Chicco's gun, the state has contradicted its own case. Amen. Why are you testing the gun? Because you're then saying case 375 is valid. Baloi, are you picking up what I'm putting down? If you're going to test Chicco Twala's gun, then it means you must throw out the 9mm parabellum, whatever, Z, whatever, check, wherever, without the serial numbers. You can't have both. It can't be two 9mm. You just can't. You cannot. But we know the ballistic expert Dun team over there, they're very good at building up a case out of nothing. Okay, they go over there to Cleveland police station, they pick up firearms, they keep them for 4 years. You know what? You already know how I feel about it. If you haven't watched it, I have a whole playlist titled Chris Mangena. Go check it out. Next comment says, that's why Kelly called Chicco. She told him who shot Senzo. I mean, Chicco Twala tells us here. He says, I'll play it again. I'll play it again. He says, Kelly Khumalo knows, LONGWE knows, everybody knows. Just not us. As Chicco was LONGWE shot in the foot that night. Yes, I understood your comment. Chicco, you are the one who brought all this to yourself because you're busy running like a headless chicken, making interviews and contradicting yourself each time, whilst those who are eyewitnesses are quiet. Amen. There's no one more quiet than Kelly Kumar. She's so quiet, she deleted her entire Instagram post. She said, I'm dizzy, I'm out. She deleted. Do you know what it takes for an influencer to delete all their posts? She didn't delete them because they're going to come back. She hid them all. She pressed the button that says hide them. Kelly Khumalo removed everything. All she does now is post to story. Why did she remove everything? Why? She's even stopped releasing music. She used to love releasing music. She's taken that all down because Gomez Zulu is coming for everybody, okay? Is she Gomez Zulu's secret sauce? Is she Gomez Zulu's unnamed witness? Oh, we can only wait. We can only wait. But let's keep going. Let me keep going with these comments. Okay, I finally can read your name. I see what you did there. Pretty boy Rio. Tell me I got it right. He must deal with his son, because I feel he has failed as a father. I'm sorry to say this, but he makes my blood boil. Has Chicco Twala failed as a father? That's a brilliant video title. I will respond, of course, in a separate video. Okay, we'll talk about that. Has Chicco Twala failed as a father? Next comment. My son was a suspect. Huh? My son was a suspect. Question is, why is he not arrested? Kelly will know. My son will know. Yes, he's singing. 100%. Isaac says, do you guys know the Pandora box? When you close one side, the other side gets open. This is exactly what Chico, Maloi, and Geninda are experiencing. You rightfully described it as building the plane while it is flying, because the plane is not landing and they're trying really hard to keep it afloat. But I stand on Chicco Twala's words. I support you, Chicco Twala, in your quest by saying you were not there. Longwe Twala knows who was there. We thank Gomez Zulu because he's going to call him to the stand to tell us what really happened that night. Because we are tired of the version Chicco Twala, who was not there, keeps selling us. What if Advocate therefore was right? Controversy follows this man wherever he goes. Ooh, Advocate therefore said Kelly did it, but I see your point. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. We had fun with the comments, and let's go back. Okay, I want to move it, Kanani, right there, and then
your direct answer is you don't know.
I don't know. How would I know? Because I was not there.
Yeah.
My son will know who killed Senzo.
Exactly.
Says Kelly KHUMALO will know who killed
exactly.
Senzo. All the people who are in the house, they will know who will kill Senzo.
Very
it's
good.
not any of us. Hence, it's important for us to actually stop now making comments that affect
Never.
other people who are not part of the
Sure.
whole scenario. For instance,
Why does it affect
if like I've actually seen some podcasts,
Thanks for watching. Are you
people
subscribed to
describing
the
how it happened and all that,
Yes.
and then as if they were there. You were not there. The people who must answer, my son is one of them.
Yeah.
Kelly KHUMALO.
And if those guys in court were there,
yes,
and
everybody.
I say if, because
if they were there,
we don't know.
You understand? But it's the police now to investigate. Because I recall at some point, they're saying on social media that you paid the police, you paid what, you paid what. Where will I get the money to do that?
You did that.
Yeah. But I mean, where will I get the money to do that? I mean, if Jacob Zuma served the sentence for that smaller thing, who is Chicco? Who am I? Who am I? You understand? So all these things, they don't, to be honest with you, they don't bother me. Because if, I don't know, now you can say anything that you like, you can insult me, whatever. I believe in God. I go, say whatever that you want about me. Because now I know myself, I know my character.
Yeah.
The funniest thing about the Senzo Meyiwa issue
Back
is that the family, especially Senzo's mom, does not see it that way. I've been with her, we talk even today as we speak. I communicate with Senzo's mom all the time, and I always encourage that, Mama, if it's my son who shot Senzo,
I want to first of all take a moment to acknowledge Senzo Meyiwa's mom. I cannot possibly imagine what she goes through on a daily basis. So I try very hard whenever I speak about her to make sure that I keep it respectful, because at the end of the day, yes, I make these videos for information purposes, for entertainment purposes, but at the end of the day, they are real victims. Senzo was somebody's son. Chicco Twala tells us that I don't know what is wrong with the people in the media. I speak to Senzo Meyiwa's mom. Now I say to myself, why is it important for Chicco Twala to speak to Senzo Meyiwa's mom? Remain connected to Senzo Meyiwa's mom. Chicco has friends in high places, okay? But he spends his time talking to Senzo Meyiwa's mom. What is it? Why him? He wasn't there. Do you see, in the same interview, he says, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. So if you were not there, you were not there. You were not there. Why are you invested in befriending Senzo Meyiwa's mom? Why have you only befriended Senzo Meyiwa's mom? Senzo wasn't just a mother. I'm sorry, a son. Senzo was a father. Senzo was a brother. Senzo was a cousin. There's an entire extended family that is impacted by the loss of Senzo Meyiwa. Senzo was a breadwinner in that family. So if you speak to Senzo Meyiwa's mom so often and the influence that you have, why did Senzo Meyiwa's mother come out and talk about her financial status, how she is suffering, how now that Senzo's not there, she has to, have chicken from someone from inside, Parati, within? Why did you not create a solution for her? October 26th is coming up. It's going to be 10 years. October is coming Tuesday, I think. October 1 is on Tuesday. What have you done other than talk on social media? You are one man who has access to hosting an entire fundraiser. Okay? For and benefiting not just Senzo Meyiwa's mom, but Senzo Meyiwa's children, and also the memory of Senzo Meyiwa. I'll go back to what I said in the beginning. I said you are the original influencer. What have you done of influence other than talk about me, I am Senzo Meyiwa's mom. You guys are not. You guys don't have access to Senzo Meyiwa. You can write all you want about Senzo Meyiwa's mom, but guess what? I am Chicco Twala, the OG influencer. I'm not going to do anything influential for Chicco, for Senzo Meyiwa's mom. I'm not going to reach out to Senzo Meyiwa's brother, even though I understand where he is coming from and he sees me as the villain. I'm only going to focus on his mother. Why? To me, that's a red flag. Big, huge duvet. Why have you befriended that woman? And why have you not used your influence to benefit her? Let me know your thoughts on that. But let's continue listening on to our influencer here, Chicco Twala.
Let him go and rot in jail.
That's it.
I'm not the kind of a parent who will defend a murderer. No, I was not raised like that. You know, I know under apartheid. I know how black people suffered. I will never want to see. I hate crime. I hate with all my heart. You know, so I will never actually just, you know, and I hear that
protect him.
Your son why must I protect him?
Yeah.
I couldn't protect this boy, the very same boy. You know, let me tell you a story. There was a time this boy stole stuff in my house, my son, because of his drug addiction.
Okay.
And then I came into the house. Chief, I chased him out like a dog.
Sure.
Guess what? 5 months later, he was in the streets begging for money from people. And I saw him. I stopped my car. I saw a guy giving him food. You know what? I took those food. No, this man has safari.
No.
He's not. He get lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? I left him to suffer in the streets. Why would I protect someone that I can easily say, go into the street and suffer? because you want to live like a dog, go and live like a dog. Why would I protect him? In fact, I'd rather see that guy in jail than to see him suffer in the streets.
Did you at least intervene to try to help with this addiction?
Chief, that boy started taking drugs. My son started taking drugs, I think at the age of 20.
Sure.
So it's quite a long man. Yeah. And I don't, to be honest with you, I don't even have the only thing he must just help himself. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I can't be running after such an old person. Say, hey, stop doing what? No, he's not a child.
Let's go to rehabilitation.
Yeah, let's go. He's been, I don't know how many rehabs he's been. So for me, it's just said, you know what? The rehabs can't help you. You have to help yourself. You know. But one thing for sure, I will never protect my child from any wrongdoing. If my child does something wrong, definitely I will act immediately.
You're a tough father. You call that a tough parent?
No, trust me. I'll act. That's why when I went to see Senzo's mom, I was not afraid. You know, I went there. You know what? I'm going to meet the old lady, and I'm going to talk to her like, you know, parents.
What is your intention?
You know, my intention was to actually assure her that if my son is responsible, trust me, I will never be silent.
Yeah,
I will never be silent. If there's any clue that says your son was behind the Senzo Meyiwa, I will definitely take action. You know,
to help
the old lady.
Yeah.
That is the reason why I went to see her.
Wow,
you understand? And then the old lady indicated to me that, look, there's so many things that are happening regarding the death of Senzo, and she's assisted by AfriForum.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
AfriForum are assisting her, and then what they've told her. She just doesn't want to discuss it with the media or anything. She believes in that. Yeah. You know, even though the son has a different point of view in the whole
in the her son.
Her son. You know, so and but I assured her that, look, if there is anything
on what
that will actually said no, Kaylee or my son will pick it up, I will never keep quiet.
No.
I will. Why would I protect a killer? I don't care if it's my son. I will never protect him. My son knows that. My kids knows that what kind of father I am. Those who are actually giving me this character, it's their own.
You are the main organizer.
I know who am I.
That's crazy.
I know who am I.
Do you know why they would bring you in the middle of this case? Besides the fact that your son was
like I'm saying that, you know, if you're in my space, you know, you'll always have people wanting to destroy you.
Sure.
You know.
Okay. Chicco Twala is very delusional. That's my first impression. And he's making this about him again. Again, he speaks of Senzo Meyiwa's mom, even the way he speaks of her. He doesn't speak of her from a place of ubuntu. In the beginning, when he was talking, I thought, okay, you know what, let me give him a fair chance. He's coming from a place of ubuntu, and he went out seeking Senzo Meyiwa's mom. No, he went out seeking Senzo Meyiwa's mom to pick up gossip. Okay, what does she know? What information is she getting, so that you are always aware and 2 steps ahead of her? That is the main reason. Because why would you go and say the old lady? You know, the old lady, the son. Do you see how he speaks of them? He distances them and he dehumanizes them. He doesn't speak from a place of emotion or compassion. He speaks from a place of distancing himself. But then if you rewind, we can do it. If you rewind, when he speaks of his son, you can hear the passion. Yes, Senzo Meyiwa's mother is not his daughter, wife, family member. I understand that. Longwe is his son, and my heart breaks for Chicco Twala. It's not that I don't have sympathy for him. He's in a tough space. Imagine the influence that he has. Imagine, let's take Chicco Twala out of the equation. Imagine Jacob Zuma, one of Jacob Zuma's sons, being a Longwe Twala, always being in the media for this and that. It's not a great place for any parent to have their son associated with such, especially the impact that it has on an influential parent. If the sins of the children affect the parents. This is why you see Chicco Twala saying he has sent Longwe. Longwe is not 2 years old, huh? Longwe is not. How old is Longwe? Longwe is up there in the 40s, if not just before 40, okay? Longwe, but he still talks of him as if he is 5 years old, and you guys know it. When you guys go home, you know how your parents treat you. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how much you make. To your parents, you will always be the child. Okay? And you get it. You get it. You get it. So let me know in the comment section your thoughts on that. I feel for Chicco Twala. It's a tough place for him. He loves his son, but he will also do anything for his son, including going all over. Why has he not done? Longwe Twala is on house arrest, right? He's out of prison. Why was this interview not done with Longwe Twala inside Parati, sitting right there? If he was genuine, if his intentions were genuine to clear the air and answer all questions, why is Longwe Twala? Why have we never heard from him again? Ever since he gave that interview that he says, and then I had my gun. No, and then I had my phone, and then I ran out, and then I pushed the intruder out the door, but then I left my phone in the house. Ever since then, has there been another interview? It's been Zwi. So I challenge you, Dave, okay, David, King David Studio, I challenge you. You have access to Chicco Twala. Recall him and ask the right questions, and recall him with his son. I'm not sure what Longwe Twala's conditions of bail are, but I'm sure you can pack up the studio and go and stream this from Chicco Twala's empty studio. Because, you know, Longwe Twala stole everything and sold it. Allegedly, according to his papa over here. I don't know. You know what? Chicco is my special dessert. I can see you have been watching the Patricia Mashale videos. Shout out to you. But do you guys, is it me? Am I over imagining things? That's just honestly my honest opinion. Babe says, Senzo's mom made a video saying that she is struggling. Exactly, she is struggling. She made that video. Why didn't we see Chicco Twala issue a press release the very next morning, sending Checkers 60 to do deliveries? Why didn't we see Chicco Twala doing? He loves to tell us what he's doing. Why didn't we see that? That video for me will forever break my heart. I can never forget it. I can never forget it because it's like, this is Senzo Meyiwa. Senzo Meyiwa has been failed. Senzo Meyiwa's family has been failed, not only by the system, but also by Orlando Pirates. Yes, I said what I said. So Senzo Meyiwa was only worth gold to Orlando Pirates when he was alive. But what has Orlando Pirates done for Senzo Meyiwa since his death? What have they done for his family? What have they done for his legacy? What events are they doing to keep his legacy going on? I think there's so many things they can do with the influence and the fandom that they have. It is very clear that Senzo Meyiwa was loved. What has Orlando Pirates done for Senzo Meyiwa? And you know what? That's another video idea we can do. We can figure it out. And I bet you we can count on less than 5 fingers what Orlando Pirates has done since Senzo Meyiwa's funeral. And now, with the 10-year anniversary coming up, what are they going to do for that day? That is the question I have. This comment says, could the reason Judge Russia has so much hatred for African Sholo because she was playing for a different team in Taiwan? I don't know. Today is Chicco Twala. We are not there. Today we are sticking here with Papa Bear, okay? Nisi said to the state, go on and bury yourself and go 16 feet down. Next comment says, I'm enjoying how David Vosutando says, I'm enjoying how David is sucking him in pretending to be agreeing with him. I don't think he's pretending to be, I think he's playing it safe. And that's one thing I didn't like about the interview. I didn't finish it. I literally stopped watching because I was like, what's the point? There's too much sucking going on there. There's some sucking, there's why are we holding Chicco Twala's hand like this? Should have thrown him into the deep end, asked the tough questions, and then followed it up with a part two. But you know what? It says part 1 of 3. So maybe there's more to come. Chicco, your son stealing from your house is like he went in your fridge and drank your cranberry juice. Singenapi, why are we in it? The fact that 10 minutes into the interview, he just randomly spoke about Senzo Meyiwa is bizarre. 100%. Crazy business. Unprovoked. Why is Chicco polishing Senzo's mother? For what reason? Because he needs to keep her close. You know what they say? Keep your enemies close. Keep your friends close, but keep your enemies very, very close. Why can't I see this comment? This comment says, the other son went home with no issues. The other son is just a casualty because he needed to play this out. Remember, if we look at the timeline, things that have happened, Ngome Zulu did what in court? Ngome Zulu brought to us the breaking news that he's got 2 witnesses that will come to the court and tell the court that LONGWE Twala shot Senzo Meyiwa, and that LONGWE was also shot in the midst of that scuffle, and then he left with the exhibit, okay? His leg left with the exhibit, and then it got, I almost said contaminated, and then it got infected, and it was septic, and it was, because the exhibit was still inside, and now it was 2 weeks later, and then now they had to go to the doctor, and then the doctor took it out, or the doctor died. One of the doctors died. I know there's 2 doctors involved. But the first doctor who referred to the other doctor, the one who takes out, one of those doctors is dead. And then what else happened? What else did Ngome Zulu bring up? So after Ngome Zulu said that and said, I'm done with my questions, my lord, we were all just left like, huh? Where did Chicco Twala go? Chicco Twala ran, okay, to issue his own commentary. Unprovoked. Nobody called him to attention. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I might be saying nobody called him, but maybe the media also poke him. Maybe they like to call him and say, did you hear what Ngome Zulu said in court today? What is your opinion? And then they hit the record. Bah! I don't know. I've got an overactive imagination. But Chicco Twala, I don't know. I don't like what you are doing with Senzo Meyiwa's mom. Officially, that's my official answer. I don't like it. I would love to have seen. There's many ways you could have contributed to Senzo Meyiwa's legacy. You could have started a scholarship, You could have started a scholarship with that money of yours. You could have, and from that scholarship, or you could have done an annual event, or I don't know. There's so many other things you could have done than consistently calling someone. It's like poking someone with an open wound and poking them. What's going on in the Senzo Meyiwa trial? Did you hear what they said in the case? And they did say, Senzo Meyiwa's family said the mother, they tried to have her not watch the case. There goes Chicco Twala phoning live, direct line. Me, I have a direct contact. Not like those YouTubers and those podcasters. All of them are talking about me, but me, at least I don't need to talk about me. I just call Senzo Meyiwa's mom and we talk about it, okay? Very, very sad. But while we're talking about Senzo Meyiwa's mom, why did KHUMALO's mother to date never call Senzo Meyiwa's mom? Next comment says, we shall rewind this when you're exactly. We will rewind. This is why I love doing these videos. And I said, why should I watch this interview all by myself when I can watch it with the unfiltered family and we can break it down. Next comment says, because Longwe knows what went down in that house. Longwe knows. Kelly knows. Chumelo knows. Mtogo knows. All of them know. Even Serewo knows. But Serewo has decided he cannot recall anything. Uzandish knows. Makumalo knows. Mapiri, hello. You just have to explain the cleaning process. And what you saw, I believe she saw stuff that led her to say, you know what, let me clean. Because we don't want our national hero to go down and people knowing that they were drinking alcohol. I did not know that it was illegal to drink alcohol. Mapiri. Next comment says from Pretty Boy Rio says, Chico, you lie. You keep a video. Huh? Chico, you lie. You keep a video at the police station and that one at the restaurant. You think we're stupid. Now you all over media protecting your son and you know the truth why you speak so much. Keep quiet and let the law, okay? Chico loves his son. That one we cannot argue about it. He's pretending with this whole tough love thing. But no. I watched Dave's podcast, so I watched it when it premiered. Okay. Chico behaved. Chico behaved like Patamboro. He was literally interviewing him. You are hilarious, Tapiwa. Next comment, David should ask him if he told Senzo's mom who killed his son. Because obviously Longwe told him. David should also interview Senzo's mom then. Go ahead and interview her. Let's hear her say, I don't have a problem with Chicco Twala. Chicco Twala and I, we talk all the time. You know? That old man, Chicco Twala, he calls me all the time. I don't know why he calls. Let's hear Chico. Let's hear Senzo's mom speak for herself. Why is he speaking for Senzo's mom? On what authority? Oh, Dan says, don't get me started on to-do signing. I know, but I just had, that's why I didn't even mention his name because I didn't want us to off-ramp because I know that one is a tunnel we'll go into and we'll go deep. Next comment says, Chico still claims he doesn't know who killed Senzo, only his child and Kelly know, and he maintained that on his interview. He surely did. But why is he talking about it? Chico, please stop lying to the nation of South Africa. You are a clowner. I think he's really, honestly, guys, I want to emphasize again, Chicco Twala had a great legacy, a great reputation from the 80s. He's done some great work. He's brought some great music to the forefront. Of course, there's some things in the background that, you know, the artists don't agree with, but you know what, Atikolapo, overall, in the grand scheme of things, he's done some great things. But he loves to talk. He loves to talk. He's got a mouthpiece. He loves to talk and he needs to learn these words. No comment. He needs to learn those words. He should challenge himself for the rest of the year. Let me know in the comment section how many days are left. He should challenge himself and say, for the rest of the year, I don't want to talk about the Senzo Meyiwa case. No matter what Ngome Zulu says in court, he must put a vow, a challenge to himself, and he must do a countdown and not say anything for the rest of the year. I want to see something. I want to see something. If he doesn't, what happens? Because guess what, Chicco Twala, you commenting and talking and going and there's even us podcasters, okay? Us talking about the Senzo Meyiwa trial has never stopped the momentum of the trial. I will say it one more time for the people in the back. Us talking about the Senzo Meyiwa trial has never stopped the momentum of the trial. Right now they're on recess, but guess what is going to happen like clockwork? Clockwork? Clockwork! Why can't I say that word? English is leaving me. Why are you abandoning me while I'm live? Okay, let me try this one more time. Okay? On the 7th of October, like clockwork, there we go, the prison wardens are going to get kids number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to put them in the truck and they're going to bring them to the court and they're going to be there under the jail. And then when it's 10 o'clock, they're going to come up. Once they're up, they're going to have their chains. What are their chains? What are they called? They're, oh my God. Where are my words? They're going to have their handcuffs, okay, taken off from their waist. They're going to unlock them and then they're going to sit down, 2 on this side, 3 on that side. Court is going to start. They'll go for their first break, comfort break, and then they'll go for their lunch break. It's like clockwork. It happens the same way every time, of course, with the exception of a few things here and there. They have adjournment, recess, and. But it is going to happen. No matter what I say, no matter how many videos I put out, no matter what you say, Chicco Twala, no matter how incompetent you think any of the defense lawyers are, which you shouldn't be having an opinion on, because there's a chance that you might be caught. But you know what? Asikolapo. It is going to happen like clockwork. And you need to come to that reality that Ulongwe Twala, okay, allegedly, according to Ngomezulu, not according to me, don't come for me. Ngomezulu said Longwe Twala was shot and he left with the exhibit in his foot and it did what? Made his foot very, very septic and then what? He had to see a doctor. I'm not the one saying that. That's what David should have been talking about, in my opinion. David, you should have asked, have you been looking at Longwe Twala's foot since the day Ngomezulu mentioned XYZ? Did you know Longwe Twala? You know what? I can list all the questions for Dave. I don't know Dave, but I go with, I'm disappointed with the style that he chose. And that's his style. It's like the people who come and say, you know what, I don't like it when you digress on your channel. And then I say, okay, cool, no problem. I'm going to do it again tomorrow. Everybody has their own style of how they do it on their channel. So shout out to my colleague, King Dave. Don't come for me, please. Don't come for me. But I'm just saying, I don't like the questions you didn't ask. So I can write out the questions and you can reshoot this with Chicco Twala. And if you want, I can be a guest ghost on the show. Talk to me. All right, okay. Let me just go through these comments, guys. I went off on a whole tangent. This comment says, whatever happened at that Spaza house is dealing with Longwe. Why he is always in and out of rehab. Maybe by taking drugs is the way of trying to forget that day. I don't believe so. I believe Longwe already had whatever problem he had with substances. I believe Longwe was already dealing with that, and that's a family thing. You know, Chicco Twala, I don't know if you need to do the coach or you need to talk to the ancestors, the Chicco ancestors. I believe it's a family thing, and I'm also disheartened for his family, for them as a family as a whole. Like I said in the beginning, I don't think any family deserves that. Neither does the Meyiwa family deserve what happened to Senzo Meyiwa and this long, extended, unknowing period, including not having access to Senzo Meyiwa's daughter. Okay, so I just think this just gave Longwe more reasons to take the substances. But is this the reason why? No, he didn't start doing this substance behavior after Senzo died. He didn't start then. As Chicco Twala said, he's been doing this. It's been years upon years. And as the father that loves his son, it's really like the story of the prodigal son, right? He loves his son so much, he sent him to rehab upon rehab upon rehab. There is no rehab he hasn't taken him to. He's taken him to all rehab. He's done that. And it's sad. I truly empathize with them and any family that is dealing with any addiction issues. Next comment says, the problem is with the podcast is they are not live, so he can't ask questions from the floor. If I did a podcast with Chicco Twala, I would not ask questions from the floor either. Because I would know where I want to go and where I want the show to live, right? The show's going to live on my channel, so I want the show to take a specific route. And then I can open it up to questions after. And maybe I would open the questions to members only. I don't know. That format that they did, I'm okay with it. Even Podcast and Chill doesn't do live recording that I know of. That's what I think. Next comment says, is the defense, and I'm sorry guys, I'm so thirsty. I hope you don't mind me drinking water. What? Is the defense advocate, oh, let me try to read this one more time. Let me try. English is just looking at me and saying, yeah, let's see how you're going to read this one. Is defense advocate has a right to call the witnesses? Yes, they do. Okay, the question is, do defense advocates have a right to call witnesses on the stand? 100%. And that's going to be the Senzo Meyiwa trial 2.0. Okay, once Gilinda comes on the stand, after that, it is free for all over there in the defense team. Okay, and that is when it all happens. So it all starts with the state. The state has, what's it called? Dominant letters, as Baloyi likes to call it. So the state runs the show. If the state decides they're going to call 450 witnesses, the state can do that. Sorry, I was in between the sips. So the state can do that. The state can, what was I saying? The state can drag and drag and drag and drag until the state says, okay, we're done. Then the defense calls their witnesses. I hope that answers your question. Next comment says, hi, Lindy, why are you late? I hope I didn't miss much. You missed a lot. Oh, Lindy, you were not very late. But anyway, the recording is going to be up. Yeah, I will keep it up. I'll keep it up. Next comment says, I truly wish South Africans could come out in their masses against Chicco Twala. For him to call people he does not know names speaks about the character he is. Chicco, you are a mafia. Just accept it. Chicco, I didn't say it. See, look at the screen, Chicco Twala. I read a comment. I didn't call you a mafia. I didn't call you names, even though you called us ignorant. You see the difference? I've been responding to Chicco Twala bit by bit, but I haven't called him out of pocket. I've been calling him by his name, Chicco Twala. He should try that. He should try responding without, giving us names. And I'm here to assure you, Chicco Twala, moving forward, effective immediately, I will respond to anything that you say on social media because why not? Okay, let's get back. Let me play again and I'll be back in the comment section.
Understand? Yeah. As black people, we look, I mean, it's very simple. If I was behind this thing, whatever, I will be dead. I will be dead.
Why do you say that?
Well, what I'm saying that if I was behind
what?
Senzo, no. In fact, let me say I will be dead. I will be in prison. Yeah. I will be arrested. You understand? You see what the ignorance of this issue of our people.
What?
The man was found with the weapon that killed Senzo. He's sitting there. The man was found with the gun that shot Senzo. He's sitting there. Everybody knows that. Politicians, everybody. The man was found with a gun that shot Senzo. He's sitting there in court. But people will still attack someone else.
Sure.
The gun that shot Senzo, they didn't find it from me.
I really try. I try so hard. To have a simple existence. I try really, really hard so that I stay away from commenting on anything you say. But I want to introduce you to this concept, Chicco Twala. It is called innocent until proven guilty. Do you want me to say it one more time? Innocent until proven guilty. So Chicco Twala is saying accused number 3 was found with the gun that killed Senzo Meyiwa. That is the high level story. But was he found with the gun in his hand? Is it the gun and the same barrel? Are they a match? Is it the same one? No. See, Chicco Twala, if you were following all the striations and the ballistics and Doni, you wouldn't have said that. You wouldn't have said that, and I don't want to digress into all those ballistic conversations, but basically, accused number 3 was arrested, and then the cops went into the house, into his room, and then they came out with the weapon. I don't know, maybe I have an overactive imagination, but I haven't heard accused number 3 say, yeah, you know what, they got me. They got me. That is the murder weapon I used. I don't know why I keep using it. I don't know why I keep using the same one. I mean, as in Kabi, we don't use the same thing over and over again. We switch around these things. I mean, we've got Uzungu who sits with Inkabi's, okay, and his nephew is exchanging, what is it, a revolver 38 right in front of the police constable right there, and he's saying, why do you have a revolver 38? No, it's not that one. It's not that one that you know. Do you guys get what I'm saying? But Chicco Twala said that people on social media should stop building characters about him and making him the villain. But guess who he is pointing fingers at? He is pointing fingers at accused number 3 beyond reasonable doubt. What does he know from the inside that we don't know? Because he seems so convinced that accused number 3 pulled the shot. See, I'm not a fan of his Inkabi. Let's just put that on the table right away. I just haven't heard the state tell me yet, beyond reasonable doubt, that the 5 accused did it. All the witnesses that have come so far, they haven't said anything that has me thinking, oh my God, how could these guys do this? But let's continue listening on.
Found it from that one of the guys who was sitting there. The ballistic test said it's him. So why now would you accuse other people? Why don't you actually focus on the person who was found with a weapon that killed Senzo? Even Senzo's brother, I called him.
Deflection.
The chief. There's a man who was found with the weapon that killed your brother. Why are you making so much noise? Why don't you focus on that's a chief? The gun that killed my brother was found in a position.
Let's investigate this one.
Why don't we deal with that?
Yeah, sure.
You see,
and it's a long, protracted 10-year long case.
Exactly.
Surely it must be weighing heavy on different people.
Exactly. You understand? But this case is not difficult. The man who shot Senzo. I mean, not the man. I'm not talking about the man. Forget about the man. The gun that shot Senzo was found on one of the guys there.
According to you, the story is done.
Not
according
it's
to
there.
that.
Yes.
The story is done.
That gun was found.
Yeah.
Begitele announced it. The Minister of Police. We all know that guns were taken to a ballistic test, including my gun.
They tested your gun.
Everyone's gun.
Yeah, but
they tested about 20 guns, I'm told.
You
About
didn't
20
know
guns
that.
were tested.
Yeah.
Out of the 20 guns, one came positive.
Were you surprised when they wanted your gun?
Because they said my son is involved. I was not surprised. I can't be surprised because they said my son is involved. So I said, no, fine. There is a gun. But someone said, I told the police that I lost my firearm. I've never lost my firearm. That firearm, I had it since 1989.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never lost a firearm, even a single. But, some people...
Hold the line. Chicco Twala, I am trying here. I am trying so hard to be neutral. I truly am. I'm trying to stay in the middle ground. I'm trying to stay away from making you feel uncomfortable when the YouTubers talk about you. But the problem is you talk too much. We never heard the court tell us that 20 guns were tested. How do you know that? How do you have that intricate detail? That's very specific. And one thing I've learned from accused number 5, just because the cops ask doesn't mean they have the right to. Mangena went to accused number 5 to ask him for his measurements so that he can do his ballistics and Dondoni. And accused number 5 said, "Get away from me! You can never measure me." And to this day, it is said they still don't have accused number 5's measurements. But for you, you are not even a suspect. Okay? You're not a suspect. And they said, "Can we have your gun?" And you said, "Hallelujah, take it. Go ahead. Do what you've got to do." Why did you not request? Was there what is it called? Was there a subpoena for your gun? Was there, I don't know, I want to say arrest warrant for your gun, but we can't say that because it's an object. Whatever, I can't think of the phrase right now. But let me know in the comment section what it is. Why were you so free to hand it over? Now, before you answer that, tell me, when did you hand in your gun? Because you see, Senzo Meyiwa was shot on the 26th of October, 2014. Did they take your gun on the 26th of October, 2014? If they didn't, I don't care what the ballistics results say, because that's enough time for the barrel to be switcherooed. And how do I know this? Because the ballistic expert done from Silverton Ballistic Lab came on the stand in Judge Rettle's courtroom, and they taught us. Okay, I didn't ask for this information. They taught us that barrel can be switched. If a barrel can be switched, then it means it could or could not have been your gun. But you know what? That is all allegedly. That's just my overacting mind. But let's go back and listen to Chicco, because you know what? This is crazy to me. Do you see? We've been live for an hour and 30 minutes talking about, I think it's a 10-minute clip. No, we're in 12 minutes now. Talking about 12 minutes. Do you see how I am able to break down every sentence you say? When all you could have done was no comment. Let's keep going.
On podcasts, whatever, they go out and said, "Hey, Chicco said the gun." I've never. Who did I tell? Where is it written? Where I said I lost a fire? I've never said that.
Yes.
All I said that my gun was taken by the police for ballistic test,
and you were willing to.
I gave it.
Yes.
My gun was away from me for about 4 months.
Yo.
Understand? Yeah. Because the police also believe that it's probably my gun that shot Senzo, because they saw a guy called Mens Bereru. Men's Not Bereru.
Yes.
So so Men's Not Bereru created the impression that it's my son and Zandu were fighting. So everybody bought it into it. Even the police who did that 376 case, they abstracted that content from Men's Bereru. And
whether true or not.
Whether true or not. But one thing for sure.
Because I know that story.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Yes, everybody knows. But that's Men's Bereru. If you can go back and check the history. The fight between Zandi and my son, it's not from Senzo's brother, or they've been called. It's a lie. Men's Not Bereru is the one.
Who?
He's the one. There's no other person. They must never claim things that I know. Men's Not, even Senzo's dead when he died. He said it was on, he saw it on social media that my son was behind. It's there.
At least then he was able to.
Yeah, Senzo's father told the truth.
No.
Yeah, he told the truth. He said, "You know what? My son's, I saw on social media, there is an article that Chicco's son is behind this, you know? Look, unfortunately, I couldn't phone the old man and all, but if there was evidence and those guys, Senzo's friends who were there, would tell, I know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, but one thing for sure, my son, KHUMALO, and all the people in us, they know who shot Senzo, the mother, girlfriend. They know who shot Senzo. They must tell us the truth, not me. Why you want the truth from a person who was not people on social media?
Hey, Mari, they dragged you in, eh?
Well, Chief.
Like, this one, you dragged in.
Even now, I'm doing this show, I'm going to get lots of criticism.
Yeah,
but I'm not bothered.
Isn't there
you
part of it where
know.
they say you got a call when when Senzo was going to hospital, you were the first to get to the hospital, all of that stuff.
Okay, tell me. Your son at home, someone gets shot in front of your cousin, whatever at home. Is he not supposed to call you?
Yeah, that's naturally.
It's natural.
Yes. Yes.
Common sense.
Hey, Baba.
Yeah. So what's wrong in Kelly calling me, said Chicco, Senzo has been shot? What's mean calling Ivan Kosa, hey, I received a call from Kelly, says Senzo is shot. Okay. What's wrong with that?
Because Ivan is the boss.
It's common sense. So they want to create something from nothing. Why did Kelly Kelly call
you.
She can call anybody first and inform them about the situation.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So Kelly called me. Yes. When she called me, she didn't call me to like we are planning something. Why would we? Besides, my brother, there's 8 people in the house.
Yeah.
Someone gets shot. Where is their conscience? Why can't someone of them do anything? Why 8 people?
If indeed there's a version that says there were no thugs.
Yes.
The incident happened in the house amongst the people.
8 people.
Are you saying at least one of them would have told the truth?
Even if they said these people in the house are dogs. But where's their conscience?
Sure.
Why would someone be shot in the house in 8 and all of you can't say one of you shot? You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that's why, we should leave this to the police
and the courts,
as well as that gun that shot Senzo, which was found from one of the suspects. Yeah. The gun is there. People are trying to actually move away from the gun. No, the weapon that has shot Senzo was found. The guy was found with. Let's stick to that.
If it's not his gun, he must tell us.
He must tell us where he got that gun that shows. Because
I guess
we're not there. We're not there, Chicco. You are deflecting. You are moving away from the issue at hand. We are on the topic of why did KHUMALO call Chicco Twala? Now that is the true focus. Don't try and lead us down a tunnel and confuse us and tell us that the police. The police, why did KHUMALO call you? And when he tells the story, have you noticed he doesn't say what KHUMALO said? He doesn't say, KHUMALO called me and said Senzo Meyiwa was shot, and I said, hang up and call emergency service right now. He's never told that story. Why do we not know what he said? But he's the first one to scream, stop talking about me on YouTube. Stop talking about me. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, everybody. What's wrong with KHUMALO calling you? The fact that you need to ask that question and you don't recognize almost 10 years later that what was wrong in that moment is that phone call was never about calling for help for Senzo Meyiwa. Because I don't know what kind of intruders would walk past a BMW gray X5, I think it was, a BMW X5. And remember, that was how many years ago? Those cars. That must have been really expensive back then, 10 years ago. BMW X5 parked outside. And then the Gulugu just get into the house and they say, we just want your iPhone. Okay? Just the iPhone. It's not the iPhone 16. No, iPhone 2 or what? I don't know what iPhone it was back then. We just want your iPhone. There's no mention of, they said, keys of the BMW on the table now. But Chicco Twala is going to go on and on and on and tell us that there's nothing wrong with KHUMALO. I mean, I understand. He has to tell himself stuff so that he sleeps well at night. But the question remains, he wasn't there. He's right about it. He was not there when Senzo Meyiwa was shot. But he was brought into the picture by KHUMALO when KHUMALO called him. The question becomes, what did you say to KHUMALO? Because those are crucial seconds that could have saved Senzo Meyiwa's life, right? Even though the pathologist explained that there's no way. He died instantly at the house. Well, not instantly. Yeah. I think that's what the pathologist said. Let me know in the comment section. I think the pathologist said he died very fast. Like he didn't suffer long. But we're not in the medical field. KHUMALO and friends are not medical experts. They didn't know that then. Okay, they didn't know that it's not gonna make it. Why call Senzo? What am I saying? Why call Chicco Twala? Unless, of course, he has a funeral parlor, unless he has connections. Why? Why was that the first phone call they made? I think that once Chicco Twala, KHUMALO, Zandi, all those people, they answer just the basic questions, This will help turn around the narrative of the story, and I promise you, I'll be the first to make a video and update everybody on. Wait a minute, this is the new story, okay? But let's continue listening on. Let's continue listening on. This comment from Seth says Chico is one weird father. He forgot that his son ran away. He forgot. But he keeps on saying that Longwe knows who deleted Senzo. How? When he ran? This is exactly my point. He doesn't even know his own story, okay? But now he wants to point the finger at accuse number 3 and say, the gun was found with him. Focus on that. Leave us alone over here that we can. Okay, we can. Longwe left with an exhibit, okay, according to Ngome Zulu. And we're going to keep following your family until we find out.
We wait for them to get the chance to tell their version of events. Yeah.
You know? And I can tell you right now that I'm not saying those guys shot Senzo. I'm not saying Kelu. I don't know. I was not there. I'm not saying, maybe it's my son. Who knows? If it's my son, let it be proven beyond reasonable that's him. Then let him go and rot in jail. I don't want to defend anyone. Yeah. I don't want to defend my son. I don't want to defend Kelu or anybody. If someone shot Senzo, that person needs to be identified and serve time in jail. It doesn't matter who it is. If it's my son, let him rot in jail. Yeah. If it's Kelu, whoever, let them rot in prison. But we must not actually be driven by this crazy social media, what the people are taking us and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey. I mean, this Senzo thing, even people whom I thought are very smart, like a group called Open Politics.
Okay.
We find all these politicians, ministers, everybody. I mean, the likes of Jimmy Manye.
Manye's in there.
You know, he always said, you know, when we're having an argument, in that, you know, we talk about politics, he'll always show Senzo. He said, sis, you did this. I mean, just an imagine.
No proof, no nothing. Just attacking me.
Yeah, just attacking me. Because he doesn't like me. Because the man hates me. And then now he attacks me. Why would he associate me with the killing of Senzo?
That's not.
Why would you? And another one is the journalist called Mziliga's Africa. You probably saw that article. He said, my son is going to be arrested. He said it in one of the articles, I think 6 months back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. To this day, no arrest
hasn't happened.
What kind of people are those?
Yo.
Those are the people who are confusing our people, you know, because they hate you. They don't like you reason. For whatever reason. And now they just bring things that actually don't exist. And then they want to actually say no.
Are you tired of dealing with this thing?
No, to be honest with you, I'm not interested in it. You know, my conscience is very clear. I don't care about people insulting me in podcasts, whatever,
but
and all that.
But you're the first person who brought it up.
My conscience is clear. If there's someone that will go to jail for killing Senzo, it's either it will be Kaylee or my son, not me.
If
it happens,
Chicco Twala! Did you really? He gave 2 options, ladies and gentlemen. I feel I want to do a poll in the comment section. Let me see if I can do a poll. Can I do a poll? He said, it's either Kelly KHUMALO or it's my son. 5 minutes earlier, he said the gun has been found and it's accused number 3. Which is it? Which one do you want us to listen to? I mean, you invited us to listen to this podcast. We are listening, okay, like Judge Rita likes to say, and you just incriminated Kelly KHUMALO or Longwe. It's one or the other, but it is not both. Which one is it? Let me know in the comment section what your thought is on that. But the problem with Chicco Twala, I need someone to fact check me. He mentioned an open politics, what done over there, and Jimmy Manye, people who think they're intelligent. Why does he do this? Why does he attack a person's character to respond to them? I've been live with almost 1 hour and 50 minutes. I have not insulted Chicco Twala at all. Let me know if I have. Fact check me as well. I have not. Because my mother raised me not to do that. You can talk without insulting somebody. Why must you do that? I mean, you're the real life keyboard warrior because any chance he gets, he throws a jab. Pah! Those YouTubers, what did we do to you? Why does he hate us so much? Personally, Chicco Twala, I wouldn't mind interviewing you. Let's talk. Let's talk in the comment section down below. You can also shoot me an email if privacy is important to you. We can definitely do a sit down together and we can clear the air between the unfiltered family and the Twala family. Let's get to the bottom of things. Clear the air, and I promise if we do that interview, I will never, ever, 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 ever do another Twala interview, no matter what the Twalas do. Okay. I will move my thought process over there to the AKAKs. My DMs are open. You can send me an email. Send your team to send me an email. I'm okay. I'm open. Okay. I just don't like this communication style that you have, which is let me just throw people under the bus. You're throwing everybody under the bus, your son included, but you have not answered for your part in this. It's a very, very small part, but you have taken the forefront, center stage, mouthpiece of the century. Okay. This comment says, your parent is your parent. When all else fails, that's where you go. Longwe definitely told his father what happened. Vusutando. That comment is bang on. It might not be what Longwe, Chicco Twala, that's why he's fighting, I want to say demons, okay? He's fighting demons, he's raging, he's upset. And you know what? I might have been a bit hard on David, but I see what he's doing. He made Chicco Twala so comfortable. So comfortable. He put his guard down. Okay. I'll give it to you. I was hard in the beginning on my assessment, but like I said, this is a live reaction to the podcast. I didn't watch this far. Okay, I didn't watch this far, so I see what he's doing. He made him feel comfortable. He made him feel like chomiata. Okay, let's talk. He's agreeing with him. He's making him comfortable, and then boom, it's either KHUMALO or it's Longwe Twala. Okay, let's continue watching.
Me, I won't go to jail for killing someone because I'm not a murderer. If someone will go to jail, it's my son because he was there when Senzo was killed.
Yeah.
If someone will go to jail, there's that guy who was found with the gun that shot Senzo or KHUMALO or ever, not Chicco Twala. Because I was not there, I know nothing. Gore ke receive a call from Kelly. When I receive a call about or limits. It's common sense.
Yeah.
It's common sense.
Yeah, it happens all.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. I guess people would ask why are phone when amongst other people first. Maybe that's what makes it stand out. But you said it, or you can call anyone.
I don't even know who I was the first that you called.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe she phoned some other people before me. The thing is that because people want things their own way. I mean, Chicco, hey, what, our justice system is corrupt. I don't even know one policeman that has arrested those guys. I don't know that who's Jananda or Gininda, whatever. I've never met him. I don't know any of those people. But those said, take me away. What?
We know that game. Okay, you cannot outplay us with that game. Jananda, that's what we're calling him now. You know what? Let me say his name and then let me make it not sound like I know his name. So even though it's Gininda, I'm going to say Jananda so that I throw people off and I get the sympathy votes and people know that I'm Senzo Meyiwa's mother. Guys, I am a good guy. That is the plight of Chicco Twala. And let me tell you something, sir. You can't fool us, okay? We are not your children. You cannot fool us with that. Jananda?
Because I was not there, I know nothing. Gore ke receive a call from Kelly. When I receive a call about or limits. It's common sense. It's common sense.
Yeah, it happens all.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. I guess people would ask why are phone when amongst other people first. Maybe that's what makes it stand out. But you said it, or you can call anyone.
I don't even know who I was the first that you called.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Maybe she phoned some other people before me. The thing is that because people want things their own way. I mean, Chicco, hey, what, or hey, our justice system is corrupt. I don't even know one policeman that has arrested those guys. I don't know that who's Jananda or Gininda, whatever. I've never met him. I don't know any of those people. You know, but those said, I take anyway. What? And then Senzo's brother will start actually giving this thing with I know what. No, forget about everything. Focus on the gun that shot your brother. If you want justice for your brother, ask those guys, the gun that shot my brother. Nitole. Yes. You understand? If the guy is not sure of it, the police can easily take this. Let's help you. We'll help you. Take it to other ballistic experts outside the country, wherever, of your choice. And make sure that I'm a police in South Africa, we're not bored by Ngobani Bateng. You understand? By Chicco or Begikael, people that I don't even know. You know what? I've never Begikael. You know, the funniest thing about this thing, you know, when Mama Winnie Mandela passed on, you know, because I was very close with Mama. And then this Benz Beruru had just released this thing that Chicco's son, whatever. It was still new. Before the Senzo case. The Senzo thing, you know. And then I saw this Begikele there at the funeral, you know, he saw me. And he gave me one look. And then it didn't greet me. And I think it took me like, oh, no, we will let the sense and all that. You know, I think that guy will be the first one to arrest me because the way he looked at me,
So, oh my God, we're almost hitting the 2-hour mark. I can't believe I have to do a part 2 of this. Okay, we're not even done. But guess what? He talks about Ubeki and that they met at the funeral, and then he looked at me, and then he looked at me, and then he didn't talk to me, and then he's probably looking at me because he thinks I'm the one who killed Senzo Meyiwa. What? Is that not a guilty conscience? Why is he talking in that manner? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Let me go through some of these comments. Mr. Twala, the results are inconclusive. Okay, newsflash. So you see, one thing about Chicco Twala, he knows a lot about the case. Okay, he knows a little bit too much for somebody who is not following the case or has absolutely nothing to do with it. Why does he follow the case so much if his gun was clear? The gun was clear. Why is he following it? There's so many things he could be doing with his time. The man, what does this comment say? The man is found with the gun, or the gun was found in the house. Amen. That's the thing. The gun was found in the house. So for me, okay, me and my house, we needed more information. If the gun was found and the man was in the house, both were in the house together, the gun and the man. I mean, Judge Rutter already told us this already. Judge Rutter said the cell phone might have been in Vosloris. It does not mean that the owner was also where the cell phone was. The gun might have been found in the house, but it does not mean that the gun was that of accused number 3. I mean, Mangena also said this to us, okay? Mangena taught us this. Mangena said, just because I arrived in court in a BMW doesn't mean I'm leaving in a BMW, if you know what I mean. Okay, this is definitely a developing story. We will have to do this again. Let me end this here because we are at the 2-hour mark. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to hit the live button right away and we continue. Because in the back end I have to keep it 2 hours or less. Let me know if you want us to continue or you want us to pick it up tomorrow. Are you guys sleeping already? Let me know. Maybe Jananda. Wait, where's that comment? Oh my God, I lost the comment. There. Maybe Jananda is the street name for Prati. Comment section will be the death of me. Okay, Jananda. Like Chicco Twala. Why? Why did you do that? Next comment says Chicco needs to stop doing these interviews. I fully endorse this message. Please stop giving him the mic. He needs time away from social media. He needs a social media break. That is it from me today. Thanks so much for watching. Let me end it here. Comment below and let me know if you want us to continue, and I will be live in 10 minutes if you guys agree. Bye.